Good day, class. Our subject for discussion today is financial accounting for SS2. Now, the objectives of these lessons are that is, at the end of the lesson, learners should be able to know or understand the following: the financial system. The financial system, that's the first one. Then B, the function of the financial system. Then C, components of the financial system. And D, the regulators of the financial system. And E, the financial intermediaries. Don't forget that our topic for discussion here is the Nigerian financial markets, the financial system, what it is all about, what it entails. That is what we are going to discuss here. And just like I've mentioned earlier, we're going to look at it bit by first taking the financial system, functions of the financial system, the component of the financial system, the regulators of the financial system, and I'll also explain the financial intermediaries. Now, what is a financial system or the financial system? The financial system includes the following intermediaries. The financial system includes the financial intermediaries like the banks, the insurance company. They constitute what we call the financial intermediaries. Then market rules and regulation, instrument that regulates and guide flow of funds from one unit to another. In addition, policies and organs of government put in place to ensure free flow of funds between the suppliers of funds and fundraisers constitute the financial system. I repeat, organs and policies of government put in place to ensure free flow of funds between the suppliers of funds and fundraisers. They constitute the financial system. A country's financial system must be sound for it to meet the needs of the economy. Now, let us quickly look at some of the functions of the financial system. Some of the functions of the financial system. 1. Mobilization of funds. The financial system has to do with mobilization of funds. And how do you mobilize funds? In any economy, there are those who have surplus of funds that they don't want to spend now, and they will always go to the bank to deposit such monies. And those who need funds will always go to bank to access credits. So in that way, the bank is performing the function of financial intermediation, bringing those who need funds and those who want to access funds. So the financial system is a system through which fund mobilization becomes very, very possible. Then secondly, provision of facilities for flow of funds. The financial system makes flow of funds possible. It makes the flow of funds very possible. Then thirdly, provision of rules and regulation. The financial system provides rules and regulation for operators to follow. Then number 4, you have financial intermediation. I just explained this previously, but let me just quickly throw light on this one again. Financial intermediation. What this one simply means is that in every economy there are those who need funds and those who want to access funds. We have those who call fundraisers and those who want to access funds, who need loans. So the bank performs a very useful function here, the function of financial intermediation. It brings those who need funds and those who want to access funds so that the economy can actually be lubricated, and as a result growth will be ensured. Now let us quickly look at the components of the financial system. What are the components that make up the financial system? Now we have the first one here as Central Bank of Nigeria. The Central Bank of Nigeria performs a very useful function as one of the components of the financial system. The central bank is the bank of other banks. So through it, policies are churned out to ensure that the financial system is what is supposed to be. You also have the Nigerian Stock Exchange. It is also a very important organ or component of the financial system. This one takes care of your stocks, your shares, and your securities and all that. Then thirdly, you have the commercial bank. The commercial bank performs a very useful function also. It brings those who want to access funds, those who need credits, and those who have excess funds that they don't actually need now. It brings them together so that the system and the economy can experience some kind of lubrication, and as a result ensure growth in the economy of the country. Now you have the insurance companies. They also perform very useful functions in the financial system. They take care of the risk which would have made it impossible for organizations to do business. Then you have mortgage institutions. They are also very important component of the financial system. These ones are involved in provision of loan for houses and for building of assets or setting up of assets that are of very capital intensive in nature. So mortgage institutions are also very important component of the financial system. Then you also have your funds managers, your pension funds managers. They are also very important component of the financial system. Then number 7, I also have Security and Exchange Commission. This has to do with shares and other securities. Securities and Exchange Commission is also one of the very important component of the financial system. Now let us quickly look at, so who are the regulators of the financial system? Who are the regulators? Who are those who put policies in place to ensure a smooth financial environment in Nigeria? First, we have the Federal Ministry of Finance. This one works hand in hand with the central bank to churn out policies that will ensure smooth flow of the financial system. Then you have the Nigerian Deposit Insurance Corporation or company. This one gives insurance to banks and depositors, those who deposit money in banks. NDIC is also one of the regulators of the financial system. Then you have the Central Bank of Nigeria, which, as you know, is one of the regulators of the financial system. Also, we have the Nigerian Stock Exchange. It's also one of the regulators. This one deals with shares and stocks. Then we also have the National Insurance Commission. This is the body that coordinates the insurance companies in Nigeria to ensure that all stakeholders play to the rule as stipulated. Then you also have the Security and Exchange Commission. It's also one of the regulators of the financial system. Then finally, you also have the Federal Mortgage Bank. The Federal Mortgage Bank is also a regulator of the financial system. Now, let us quickly talk about the financial intermediaries. The financial intermediaries. Now, the financial intermediary is a term used to describe all financial institutions engaged in some form of borrowing and lending. Which are those institutions that are involved in some form of borrowing and lending? So here the banks come to mind. Banks like the commercial banks, development banks, the merchant banks, and all that. They provide linkage between the surplus and the deficit unit of the economy. Like I mentioned earlier, they include the commercial banks, the insurance companies, pension funds managers, development banks, and the merchants bank, etc. Now, assignments. Who are the suppliers of funds? Who are the suppliers of funds and fundraisers in Nigerian financial system? Who are the suppliers of funds? Who are those who bring their funds, the funds they don't need now, so that those who want to access such funds can go to the bank to access them? Who are the suppliers of funds and fundraisers in Nigerian financial system? You are expected to do this. Have a nice day. Thank you.